which one of my 90s heartthrobs' life turned out like a horror movie. Let's go. But before we get into that, if you're new here, my name's Everything Jackie. As everybody knows, I love horror. And if you love horror too, click the like, share, and comment. The heartthrob I'm talking about is Edward Furlong. I used to have a crush on this man, okay? The dark, brooding eyes, the dark hair. I loved it all. So it just so happens Sunday, me and my daughter, my 15-year-old daughter, we wanted to watch a horror movie. So we went through Shudder. We looked through Shudder and was trying to find a horror movie that would appeal to both of us. And when she saw the cover art for Brain Scan, she was like, "Oh my God, let's watch that." Because she was like, "Who's that super cute kid on the front of it?" If you don't know much about Brain Scan, it's like a 90s movie that stars Edward Furlong, and in it he plays like a 6-year-old kid that finds this CD-ROM game. And yes, CD-ROM games were a thing, okay, back in the 90s. And it is called Brain Scan. And in that game, you are put into the shoes of a murderer. So this was like virtual reality before virtual reality was like a thing, okay? But this movie is super, is not all that great. But it's one of those movies is so bad that it's good. So give it a chance. But once my daughter saw Edward Furlong in that movie, then we got into a conversation because she was like, "Well, whatever happened to him?" So I decided to do like a deep dive on one of my favorite heartthrobs back in the day. And what I found out is that Edward Furlong was born in August 2nd, 1977 in Glendale, California. His dad kind of left when he was about 2 years old, so he was left alone with his mom. His mom couldn't take care of him because of, I guess she had like psychological issues or something, so he was given to his aunt. Now, when he was given to his aunt, he was put into a after school, like a boys and girls club after school, and that's when the director for Terminator 2, that's where they found him. And of course, we all know him from Terminator 2. That was like his first debut role. He won like plenty of different awards and stuff for that role. And I thought he was so dreamy in that role. Now, one thing that was a little controversial in his life was at the age of 16, he began like an open relationship with his tutor that he met on the set of Terminator 2 at age 13. Yes. And they went on to get married and they were together for many years. But his aunt and uncle, they tried to sue this woman for statutory rape, but because California had changed their rape laws, especially when it pertained to women, which I found super weird, California, weird much, they couldn't do anything. So he actually asked the courts for him to be emancipated, and he moved in with her shortly after. But Edward continued on in his career. He did plenty of movies: American History X, Pecker with John Waters. I'm a John Waters fan. He made an appearance in an Aerosmith video called Living on the Edge, if you remember that video, one of my favorite videos. And he actually appeared in a remake of The Night of the Demons, okay, as well as other things. I know just recently he was in that last Terminator movie too, or he was credited in that movie. So, and it came out in 2019. I don't even remember that movie dropping, so I have to actually go and watch it and see how much of he's in it, because I didn't even know that movie had came out. I'm sorry, that's like completely terrible. But like when I was doing my research for him, I was like, oh my God, he was in this new Terminator movie. I didn't even know it came out, but it must have been terrible. But one of my favorite movies also that he was in besides Brain Scan was Pet Sematary 2. And even though it was kind of panned by critics, I love that movie. It's like one of my favorite horror movies. I think and I might have been a little biased because Edward Furlong was in it, but I still love it to this day. So in between the movies and everything, he ends up leaving his first wife. He does get married again. He has a kid. He goes through several domestic violence charges. I think every relationship that he's been in, he's gotten a charge for domestic violence. But he also had to battle alcoholism. He was addicted to heroin, cocaine, and among others, several substances. He has made the statement that between the ages of like 20 to 26, he absolutely doesn't remember anything. He said he partied and did drugs like every night, and he never thought he would have a sober day again. Not only did Edward Furlong have to battle his drugs addiction, but he also said that he had a eating disorder, a compulsive eating disorder. So he has gotten help for that. He has been in and out of rehab for several years. But when I checked his Instagram just recently, he said he has been sober of drugs and getting help with his eating disorder for 7 years now. Okay, so he is on the up and up, and he said he is looking forward to newer projects. He has been doing a podcast with one of his fellow co-stars from American History X, and he said he's in a good place now. So my heartthrob, I know you might not look the same that you did when I was a kid, but I'm glad that he has turned his life around, and it's for the good. So you guys tell me what your favorite Edward Furlong performance is, or let me know what your favorite teen heartthrob is down in the comments. And remember, like I always say, stay spooky, and I'll see you guys later.